Quick note before this video starts, guys, there's actually a Fortnite giveaway at the end of this video, so if you want to find out how to enter, then make sure you watch all the video. Proof will be given and the winner will be chosen when the giveaway ends on a live stream to show proof that it's a legit giveaway. Thanks for watching, and let's get into the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to look back on one of my old Fortnite games from like maybe 2 or 3 days ago.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scarce here.
What's kind of annoying is the fact that when I'm not streaming, I do seem to get like the most wins and the most victory royales. But this was actually my first win in Season 6, which is the current season of Fortnite. Now, the reason this is my first win is because I've only just come back to the game after like 3 months. But I did actually drop my first win maybe like 2 nights ago, because I don't usually play solos anymore, but I did actually drop into a solos and actually win. I got some really good loot, I actually got kind of lucky, and I had a pretty good position. And what I was doing was I was primarily building, because I've been working on my building. If you don't really build, if you don't really know how to build, you're not going to win any games, because it's definitely not about just shooting. My shooting's really on point, but my building always kind of has the downside to it, and that's always what I'm lacking. So I did decide to actually build upon that, no pun intended. So I'm going to be showing you that game today, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a commentary on how I actually won the game, my strategy, what I did good and what I did bad, just so you guys can maybe win some more games. So without further ado, let's jump into the game. So as you can see right here in the point in the game, I'm actually dropping around Tilted Towers. Now there is actually an area just above Tilted Towers, which is kind of like a place where there's a swimming pool, there's a gas station, there's a lot of different things, and there's quite a lot of golden chests here, there's quite a lot of loot here. You'll see that I did pick up a gold SMG, a P90 on the roof, which is really nice loot, especially for the first weapon. Now this really does work in my favour this game, because I didn't actually have any materials. You'll see that someone in a few moments does actually try to build over me, and someone does push me, and unfortunately I do have the lower hand, I don't have the upper hand in the fight, but for somehow at least, I do actually win the exchange, and I do actually win the fight. I don't know how I won it specifically. I did actually take the lower ground, and you'll see in just one moment. So I'm kind of scouting right now, kind of just peeking over the top of the roof. Now at the start of the game you might not have seen, because I'm not sure if I actually cut that part in, but someone did drop above me and land next to the building I'm on. So I thought the guy was still on the building, but what he did is he actually pushed to the swimming pool. Now you'll see that the second guy who was at the gas station is starting to push me now, and he actually has a little bit of wood that he's farmed, so he does have a little bit of wood to make a fortification. He's trying to get the higher ground here because he knows that I'm dropping below the roof, and he's using that gold hand cannon to try and pick me off. He wants to try and get a lucky headshot on me, try and delete me, because he has the higher ground. So at the end of the day, he has the advantage. I don't really know how he actually let himself lose this fight, because if anyone else had this advantage, they would most likely win, but I was kind of just playing really strange. I guess I was just dropping below the roof, trying to dodge the shots, and I was also doing some weird jump shots. You'll see that he just peeks for a second, and I actually spray him with the gold SMG and just delete him. Now, this was his mistake. Instead of head glitching, which is really annoying if they do it, but instead of head glitching or taking cover, he actually exposed his full body because he had the high ground. So he got overconfident, thought he could take me out, and that kind of worked against him because I managed to actually spray him down with that SMG. So we kind of sped up this part just as kind of like a time lapse, because it's just me looting. At this stage in the game, I'm just looking for things like golden chests. I'm just trying to get a few materials, and I've just had a bit of a tough exchange. So as you can see, I am low on armor and health, so I'm kind of looking around for things that could maybe get me back on top of my health and on top of the armor game, because I know that someone else is close by, but I don't know where specifically they are. So because of this, I want to make sure I'm ready for an exchange, because I know there's 2 guys. Now you'll see that the guy is going to come soon. He is starting to run up, but I don't actually notice him right now. I'm not sure if I could hear something. I think I'm just looking around for people in general just to see where this guy is. But you'll see when he does come up the stairs in a moment, which you'll see just in a few moments, I can actually hear his footsteps. But at this stage I have no clue he's right next to me. I put a trap down, don't really know why, and then when he starts to appear, this is where I know he's coming. You'll see that I do actually try and hit him with a shotgun. I missed the first shotgun round, but I do actually spray him down with that SMG again. So it's always the SMG that I'm using. It always seems to be the SMG that I'm picking up easy kills with, because it's a really strong thing to push with, especially because people close range are expecting you to use something like a shotgun, and then you come at them. Because you can see I do miss the second shot, but I do actually hit the second one. So the first one I miss and the second one I hit, but I do actually get his armor down and then I finish him off with a gold P90. So all in all, not really a bad strategy, not too bad. And you'll see from there at the rest of the game, I'm just taking these blue mushrooms to try and get my armor back up, because I didn't really have much armor to begin with. I think I popped like some minis at the start of the game, but then I had 2 fights. And then you'll see that I'm gathering a lot of wood. Now, this was a really important thing to do. The reason I was gathering a lot of wood is because in most of my games, I do actually lose them because I have no materials. My shooting's good, but someone will always build over you, or someone will build a huge base, and that's always the downside. That's actually my weakness, or it was my weakness before I started building on it. So what I wanted to do when I went back into solos is actually build a lot more. Now, what I actually did is I kind of had time, because there was only maybe 8 people left at this stage, or maybe even 5 people. There wasn't many people alive at this point, basically, because most people had died. You can see someone's down there in Pleasant, but all in all, there's not really many people here. I actually managed to gather like over 1,000 wood, so like 999 wood. I got the maximum wood, and this really worked in my favour, because you'll see that in a few moments, perhaps like 2 minutes, you'll see that I did actually have a build fight. You can actually tell from this clip that I actually spotted someone near the gas station, and this is where I spot him. So what I do is I make some stairs onto the roof and I stay crouched, because he hasn't seen me, he hasn't noticed me. And this is a risky play. This is a really risky play, because I actually exposed myself. Now, what he has is he actually has the grapple gun, so he has the chance to actually get the high ground, which is going to the build fight. Now, I didn't actually know this when I was playing, and for some reason he didn't really seem to use the grapple gun. I don't know why. The reason he was actually out there on his own by the gas station is he was actually looting a loot llama, so he kind of exposed himself, probably trying to get the challenge for the battle pass or something, but he was trying to get a loot llama, which he successfully got. But unfortunately I don't actually get the kill on him later, so I don't manage to get any kills. I'm pretty sure someone else kills him, I really can't remember. But you'll see that he's kind of desperately running away right now, because I did actually hit 2 shotgun rounds on him. So I was doing pretty good in this clip, I'm quite happy with myself, but when I dropped down, I let him get the high ground. Now, the mistake what he did is when he got the high ground, because he got hit just a few times, he decided just to run away, which was really stupid. So you'll see that I'm actually on low ground here, I'm trying my best to actually get the height advantage again, and you'll see, I think he's just built a staircase over me, unless that was me, but you'll see that he's actually made a launch pad. Now this was really stupid of him, because he did actually have the high ground, he had the potential basically just to take me out. If I got up, he would have won the exchange, so I don't know why he jump padded away. He only got hit with 2 shots, so he got hit for like 2. I don't know why he decided it was such a good idea to run away, but because of that, that's actually the reason he lost the exchange. Now, I can hear some shooting behind me, and you'll see that he's actually jump padded onto that hill already, which is actually quite impressive, because it seems like there's a lot of height and distance to that, but he manages to get on there, and at this stage, I do decide to exchange a few rounds with him in a moment, but I think the best thing is to actually farm wood instead of just shooting back at him, because I'm not going to hit him from there, and even if I do hit him, I'm not going to finish him, because he's just going to probably camp. But my actual thought in this stage is destroy the launch pad, so if he goes back off the hill, he can't take the launch pad into the zone, because soon the storm is going to move, so he's going to move into position. And destroying the launch pad means that he can't easily move position, because if he gets down from that mountain, he's probably going to want to use the launch pad to try and get close to the zone. So I thought, let's leave him on the hill, let's actually just remove the launch pad, because then later that can be my strategy, because it's going to be harder for him to get back into the zone. Now you'll see at this stage it's just kind of like a time-lapse thing, just a lot of speeding up of the clips, because I didn't really want to waste too much time in this video. But this is just me farming a lot of wood, this is me trying to build a bit of a base, because you can't see from the clips since they're sped up, but I do actually get sniped a few times from in front of me here, because there's actually a hill across from this, which is the other direction to the one that the previous guy was on, and I was actually getting sniped from that. So what I did in this is I was basically trying to actually make sure I didn't get hit by these shots. So I was kind of building like a bit of a base, trying to build like a few different pieces of wood just to make sure I didn't get sniped, which actually worked in my favour. Now, I'm not sure where the guy went off that hill. I think he does go into Pleasant later, or he disappears. Not really sure what happened to him, but this is a really scary stage because I actually get pushed from behind and shot by a rocket launcher. Now what I did is, luckily I didn't panic, I actually healed myself, and I actually built over myself, sorry, and I exchanged so many shots to him. You'll see the SMG, I do nearly kill him, but I'm on super low health, so when he shoots me with the last RPG, I decide I'm going to die here. He has way better loot than me, he has way better weapons, he's got a gold scar, he's got a gold shotgun, so I thought, I'm probably going to lose this game at this stage anyway, so I may as well take a wild risk. And since I had the higher ground on him, it was a really good idea, but it was also a really risky play. So what I did is I jumped down from the wooden ramp that I built, and I actually got the drop on him. And whilst he had the RPG out, he didn't have any close range to me. He only had the range that he'd already shot at my building. So while he was reloading, I jumped down on him and got the drop shot with a tactical shotgun on him and took him out, which was really cool. So I didn't expect to actually win the exchange, but he got me to like 3 HP or something crazy, and I got him to like 10 HP or something really low, so it was both kind of really low at the stage, so I decided to get the drop on him. You'll see some better clips of that later, but for now, this is actually a 1v1 at the end. So there's only 2 of us left. The storm is coming. Now the actual zone's going to be here where I'm pushing to, so I'm kind of working my way into the zone. He's in the open, can't really do much because I do have the height advantage. I am actually on the cliff, so you can see he's kind of sitting there, kind of like a penguin or something. He's sitting there in the middle of the field. He hasn't got any buildings. He's not really got any protection. Now, you probably think I could have taken him out really easily, but the problem is he does have the heavy sniper, and you'll see that he does have a lot of good guns. I didn't want to risk an easy win by maybe doing a risky peek and then being taken out, so I thought, I have the height advantage, I have the main advantage of this game, so I'm just going to chill out, relax, and stay in my building until he actually has to push the zone, or he makes a really bad move and has to push. Now this is where he makes the bad move. He was shooting me with a thermal, but then he gets out his FAMAS and starts spraying the base. Now, because he has the FAMAS out, I know that he's not going to hit any long range shots with the sniper, and he's probably not good enough for the FAMAS, so I do actually shoulder peek and take him out with a golden scar with like 3 shots. And that was actually the victory royale. So you'll see in slow motion, this is the kill before where the guy's pushing to me and he has the low ground. You'll see I instantly build over him, he takes out the building and I build again. So he has to reload to take out the second building, and then I do spray him down. And you'll see before the RPG hits and one-shots me, I do manage to get a staircase and a wall straight in front of it. And then this is the real bad exchange. This is where he loses the fight. He could have won the fight at first if he destroyed my building and then built stairs up, but that's where he lost the fight. This is kind of a nice slow motion shot of the end of me just finishing off the victory royale on the guy in the middle of the field. So if you enjoyed this video, thanks a lot for watching, subscribe, like and leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about this win. And for now, this is how you get into the giveaway.
Damn, son. Pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't tell attacker, punk, you better back up. Try and play the role and yet a whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. If you got the feeling, then jump across the ceiling. Muggs is a funk fest, someone's talking junk, y'all bust them in the eye. And then I'll take